Let me tell you why it's so dangerous to be both nice and pretty. This combination is like an explosive. You need to be so aware of your surroundings if you embody prettiness and goodness or niceness. So let me tell you why this is very important and why you need to do this. Basically, when you come across people who admire your beauty and admire the way you look, they may say it out loud how pretty you are, or they'll just be extra nice to you because that's one of the privileges you get as a pretty girl. When these people find out that you're also a very good, very nice, kind, loving person, they will start to show their true colors towards you, meaning that they don't have to hide their jealousy or their envy. It's out in the open because they assume that you wouldn't do anything. They can call you names, they can try and humble you, they can be very passive aggressive towards you, but they assume, as I said, that you won't do anything, that you'll still be nice, that you won't get defensive or tell them to stop or just check them. The opposite of this is that if you're a pretty girl who is a little bit, let's say, I wouldn't say confrontational, but you defend yourself, maybe you're bitchy or whatever, these jealous women or jealous people in general, they wouldn't even try you because you've showed them your fangs. You've showed them that I'm not a person that can be walked all over. So they know that they cannot be overt with their jealousy, that they cannot treat you like crap. So all in all, if you're a pretty girl who is nice, these mean-spirited and envious women will try to take advantage of you. They'll just be mean to you because they think that you won't do anything, which is not true because niceness does not equate to weakness. But people who take advantage of other people, they think that way. They think that niceness is weakness, and that's not the truth. Remember, ladies, these envious women think that because you're pretty, you must also be bitchy and mean. Because I don't know, I actually don't know why people think this, but I think they believe that pretty women are conceited because they're pretty, because they have that privilege, or that they're sort of egocentric because their life revolves around their beauty. And of course, that's not true because the majority of genuinely pretty women that I've come across, they're like the kindest people ever. But I also feel like these girls want you to be bitchy so you don't have any more privileges, so that you're not perfect or that you're flawless. They want you to have a flaw to make themselves feel better about who they are because you can't appear too perfect. Honestly, just read Robert Greene's 48 Laws of Power. The first law is never appear too perfect because it's true. So if you're both pretty and nice, that is a double whammy for disaster. Of course, ladies, continue to be nice, but you need to also defend yourself in a way that protects you against envious and jealous women because there are tons out there. There's tons, even your friends, even your family. So you need to protect yourself. Don't think that everyone loves you. Everyone will take to your niceness or your kindness well. Not everyone is built like you. And that's why you're pretty, because you're also nice.
If you're beautiful, pretty, conventionally attractive, whatever it may be, people's first impression of you should be that you're a bitch. I'm serious when I tell you this right now. And you know if you're pretty, you know people think you're pretty, okay? You decide that for yourself. But if you view yourself as attractive, I'm telling you this right now, you cannot afford to be nice to people without them first being nice to you first. I'm going to tell you this right now. When you are beautiful, you're going to inspire extreme responses in people. Some people are going to see you and they're going to love you. They're going to be close to you. They're going to want to be your friend. Great. But there are going to be some other people, and you know exactly who I'm talking about, where you're going to inspire their deepest insecurities because they either want to be you or they want to have you, and they don't think that they can have either. And therefore, they will feel insecure about you, and they will project those insecurities onto you by being nasty to you, being mean to you, being rude to you. That's why so many of y'all were picked on in school, why those girls weren't nice to you. It's because you were beautiful. They saw it. You may not have saw it because of your own insecurities, but they saw it. You did nothing to them. But they were literally intimidated by your beauty. And I'm telling you this right now. If you walk around this world as a beautiful person and you're being nice to everybody, you are probably getting walked all over. You are probably being treated really poorly. People are probably testing your boundaries daily. People have to know that when they deal with you, The only thing that's pretty on you is your face, because your attitude certainly is not. Set your boundaries. Check them when they need to be checked. And only when people show you kindness consistently do they then get the kindness inside.
When I say beauty can be triggering for other people, I am serious. It really does irritate people when you are very attractive. It literally bothers them. You bring up insecurities in other people that sometimes they didn't even realize they had. We bring up micro insecurities, especially when you are a leveled up, attractive woman who takes care of herself and walks with her head high in confidence and knows that she's attractive. You can sense it on her. I mean, that woman is like really a threat to other women. You are like a threat, especially when it comes to the male gaze. A lot of women, they worship the male gaze, and men love attractive women. If you're getting all the male attention, you're going to make other women not like you. Just bottom line, it kind of comes with the territory. But when you're nice and attractive, I think it's the worst thing for them because they have no reason not to like you. They don't have an excuse. You're not a mean girl. You're not mean to them. You're not rude. You're a nice person. Even when people are trying to be rude to you, you go out your way to still be kind because that's just your character. You have integrity. That's just who you are. And because of that, they have literally no reason not to like you. So it's like almost them admitting if they don't like you, it's because they're a straight up hater. And nobody wants to admit that they're hating on another, especially women. Women don't like to admit stuff like that. I've seen men actually admit that stuff in joking matters and serious matters. Like they have no problem admitting when another man is more talented than them, more attractive than them, can get more girls than them, have more money than them. Like they can talk about each other like that and not have any evil have no evil agenda against the person that they're talking about. It's just simply how it is. That person worked on what they got. So men don't do what women do. Women are so evil and to each other. Women, we do not really like each other like that. And it's not all women, but it's kind of in our nature unless you're ascended and you are healed and you weren't raised that way, or because there's a lot of women who are like this. How is it possible all my life I had way more guy friends and hardly any female friends, with the few exceptions that were also attractive? Because other attractive women get it. We understand. I think we have this, we can sympathize with each other when it comes to the things that we go through, because we know it's not all roses and daisies. And then we're not insecure. I think only women who aren't insecure can hang out with another woman who's confident. I just think that's the only way it can be possible. But no woman is going to want to admit when she's straight up hating on another woman because of how she looks and how she's a threat and she triggers her micro insecurities and things like that. The thing about it is, as a nice girl, when you're really attractive, you tend to care about how other people feel, especially about you. And so there was a version of me that would dim my light a lot just so I don't make people feel bad, family and all. You know what I mean? But I just noticed that started to affect me, and I wasn't my best version of myself. Just because other people didn't want to be the best versions of themselves doesn't mean I'm gonna not be the best version of myself. It took me years to even get that, for it to click. Because when you're a really nice person, I have this problem with empathy. I think spiritually I'm an empath. I just really feel what other people feel and care about how other people think and how they feel. And I had to teach myself how to not care. You know what I'm saying? Because if it's affecting me, I have to think about myself. I never did that before. So for the first time in my 30s, I'm just now getting to that point in my life where I'm putting myself first and I'm letting people catch up. You know what I'm saying? There was a version of me that wasn't where I am today. And I wasn't hating on other women. I was actually admiring those other women. But there's not a lot of women like me. There's not a lot of girls in the world. There's a very few of us. I always was inspired and wanting to, a lot of my identity, a lot of my aesthetic comes from women like Megan Good, Aaliyah. Those are some of my Beyonce. Those are some of the women that I looked up to when I was growing up. And instead of hating on her, like, oh, who does she think she is on TV? There's women who actually act like that. And I just don't understand it. I'm more admired by it. And I don't know if it's a proximity thing, because I felt like I had the same phenotype as a lot of these women, like Sierra and them. And I feel like a proximity, maybe that has a lot to do with how I saw myself in these women. As an exotical, when you see yourself represented on TV. But, even then, I saw unambiguous women who was attractive on TV who looked nothing like me. And I wasn't hating on them either. Kelly Rowland, I wasn't hating on these women. I admired all women's beauty. Mariah Carey looks nothing like me. I can still appreciate her beauty, so that can't be it. So I just don't understand how women can be so hateful towards another woman because of how she looks, without me jumping to conclusions about it being an insecurity thing. You bring out insecurities in other people. Attractive women bring out insecurities in other women, especially when there's men around. If there's not no men around, you probably ain't gonna have too much problems in that work environment. You might, but I'm telling you, if there's men in there, which means it's a competition grounds now. Women have to compete for the male gaze, especially pick-me women. That's why we have to learn how to decenter men. Decentering men doesn't mean don't date no more, don't like men no more. It just means don't make a man your whole world. Everything that you do surrounds a man's opinion and what he wants and all that, and you put yourself last. You put him first for everything. We don't do that. We don't do that. We make him maybe 30%. If you're in a relationship, I would even do 40%. But put yourself first, because I'm telling you, women who don't do that resent their boyfriends in the end, and it doesn't end up well. I've never seen it end up well. I've never have. If you don't find your identity as a woman, put yourself first, do what you like to do, find your activities, find your hobbies, get a life outside of your kids and your husband and your man. That's all decentering men is. Decentering everything and putting what you like to do first. That's going to make you genuinely the happiest. So you can be there for him. So you can be there for your kids. That's what decentering men is all about. It's not about never dating again. It's about not giving him all of your whole world, and how you dress revolves around how he feels. How you wear your hair revolves around how he feels. That's what decentering men is all about. You know what I'm saying? But as pretty nice women who are empaths, we can't allow ourselves to dim ourselves for other people. We can't do it. Especially if you work so hard to level up. I know there'll be those times where I kind of will catch myself about to do something humbling around another woman, and I'm like, I don't have to do that. I'm not doing anything. I'm not flirting with her man. I'm literally just standing here. You know what I'm saying? It's up to him to have discipline to respect you while you're around him. There's beautiful women everywhere. You know what I'm saying? There's some women who actually don't give a crap. I'm not doing nothing that would want him to lure him to my laboratory and take him from you. Just because I look good, that's just not, no. So, yeah, don't let insecure women control how you move. Period. But if they don't like you if you're a nice girl, pretty, and they still don't like you, it's because you make them insecure. You're intimidating. You're probably very quiet and mysterious. That comes off mysterious too. When you don't talk a lot, when you don't have to talk to get attention. and you still get attention, it's a whole nother level of that type of intimidation. It's just on a whole nother level. So, but yeah, y'all, let me know what y'all think about this one. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll speak to y'all next time. Thank you for listening.